Are you looking for a new type of detective game that's point and click? If you answered yes, then check out my review of Chicken Police Paint It Red, coming up next on Mumbles. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Mumbles. So today's episode of Mumbles, we're reviewing this. This, my friends, is Chicken Police Paint It Red. Guys, this is a new game that recently just launched for multiple systems, and today I have the pleasure of reviewing it. So let's jump straight into this game review, starting with the basic information about this game, guys. First things first, guys, this game can be picked up for a price of $19.99 and is available on PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Guys, as far as the description goes, the description for this game reads, meet the Chicken Police. Sonny Featherland and Marty McChicken were once a legendary detective duo called the Chicken Police, but that was almost a decade ago, and time had ruthlessly passed them by. Now Sonny and Marty are forced to work together on a case that is weirder than anything they've ever encountered before. Narrative-driven detective gameplay. Chicken Police is a story-rich and dialogue-heavy game combining elements of the visual and classic adventure games. The game has more than 30 characters to talk to, with some to be seriously interrogated, collect tons of clues, evidence, and highly sensitive personal information from shady characters of Clawville to use ruthlessly against them. Explore the city of Clawville again and again. There are more than 30 places to visit, and some of them will change several times during the story. You can return to previous locations on several occasions to find hidden secrets, meet new characters, and gather new information about the world and its inhabitants. A cinematic experience. Chicken Police has weirdly stunning visual style made with usage of real photos and photorealistic 3D backgrounds inspired by classic film Noir movies and influenced by animated features. Its Noir move is enhanced by original music soundtrack backed up by professional voice acting for all characters with more than 8 hours of spoken dialogue. Chicken Police is a satire which recalls the mood and atmosphere of the 40s film noir movies. And as the best noirs and hard-boiled detective stories, it's so gritty and hopeless that it can only be served with a lot of cynical humor. So guys, in simple terms, this is a detective-based game. It is a point-and-click adventure / visual novel where basically the focal point of this game will be its story. But is it a good game? Let's find out, guys. First things first, I do want to say on today's Mumbles review, I am giving this game a 5 out of 10 on our Mumbles review. If you want to know why, stay tuned. I got a lot of information coming up, starting with the graphics, the soundtrack, and the controls, guys. The graphics in this game, guys, this game has some really unique graphics. It is done in black and white, but it's done very tastefully. Guys, all the characters in this game are animals, so there is kind of that disconnect, and it makes things really interesting for the player. I can only say good things about the graphics in this game. Guys, soundtrack-wise, this game has just an okay soundtrack. I don't really like it that much. It is detective-ish. It's got that feel to it. But for me, it just didn't do it for me. So, soundtrack-wise, I would give that kind of a bad rating here. Control-wise, guys, this game has visual novel controls, meaning it's a lot of point-and-click adventure. So, it does this very well. Only good things to say about it in this section. So, guys, now we come to the gameplay section. Guys, the gameplay of this game mainly is dialogue-based. You're going to be talking to characters, making decisions and things like that. But there are elements in this game that are very much gameplay elements that are used to break up things that are going on in the gameplay. For example, at one point you have to find a combination to a actual fireplace. So you have to search around for that. And another time you will actually have to do a car chase. So there are elements in this game that kind of break things up as you go along. But guys, obviously the main point of this game is the dialogue and the decisions that you can make there. Guys, there's a lot of story dialogue in this game. You'll be talking to a lot of different characters. And along the way, you may be forced to interrogate some of these characters in order to get answers to questions that you need. Now, guys, the interrogation usually centers around asking questions and it can sometimes be a little bit hard to tell which question you should be asking. But guys, the basic premise is that you want to try to stay on point with the character based on what you know about the character. So when you want to know something, you're going to want to try to stay around what you know and not get distracted by other things. But guys, for the most part, as you can see here in the interrogation segment of this game, it is kind of just guesswork. So take that for what you will. Guys, now we come to the con section. Guys, the first con that I have for this game is that it is a little bit hard to figure out where to go sometimes. So guys, sometimes after you get done with the dialogue, you have to figure out where to go. And unfortunately, the game doesn't really have a lot of signposts in it to say, hey, this is where you need to go. Hey, you need to go to this place. Go here, go there. And that can be a little bit of a downer because you can spend some time actually searching around to try to figure out where to go. It's kind of a bummer in a game like this. So guys, the second con is that the story in this game is very generic. It is kind of that noir type of detective type thing that we've seen done 100 times, and it doesn't really bring anything new to the table. So that is our second con. The third con, guys, is that while I did review this on Xbox One, I also tried it on my new Xbox Series X, and I must sadly report that there was some glitches in this game, in as much as starting it up, it wanted to have an internet connection, and I had to restart my Xbox a few times to get to work. So there are some glitches in this game that do need addressed. So guys, now what I have to talk about is why I gave this game a 5 out of 10 on our Mumbles review. Guys, Chicken Police is a very unique game. It's not often that we see a game that incorporates animals into it the way that this one has. And guys, it does do a good job of bringing humorous things to the detective genre that it has put itself into. But guys, I gotta be honest, these point-and-click adventure games, these visual novel types games, they have to really be something special in order for me to 100% get behind them. I was willing to try this game because of how it looked, and I'm not sorry that I did try it, but as far as me comparing it to other games in the year 2020, guys, it's only a 5 out of 10 for me, and I actually had to knock my score down a little bit to a 5 out of 10 because of the glitches that occurred in the Series X, which is what probably most people are going to be playing this on either the PC, Series X, or potentially the PlayStation 5. So I got to downgrade it a little bit for that. That's why it's getting a 5 out of 10 on our Mumbles review today. Guys, it's just one of those games that, yes, it's fun to play. Yes, it's got a cool story. But guys, it's just one of those things that, you know, if you're not in the mood to play a visual novel slash point-and-click adventure, then this game won't be for you. It is for that reason on today's Mumbles review, I am giving this game a 5 out of 10 on our Mumbles review. Anyways, guys, this has been my review of Chicken Police, Paint It Red. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Please smack that subscribe button, smack the like button, and smack all those button. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, everyone. Take care.